A lot of people want the gift of prophecy. A lot of people desire to have visions and dreams, but they aren't prepared to carry the weight that comes with these gifts. A lot of the times when you're prophesying to people, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. It's not always, oh, God said you're going to get married next year. God said he's going to bless you with a car. God said he's going to bless you with a house. Sometimes when you prophesy to people, it's, hey, God said you're going to die if you keep going down this path. Hey, God said that such trouble is coming forth to you in the future. You need to be wary. You need to watch out. Hey, God said you need to stop fornicating or else you're going to end up with 2 baby mamas, you know? It's not always going to be rainbows and sunshine. And everybody you prophesy to isn't going to necessarily like the words that are coming out of your mouth. People may get upset at you whenever they're really upset at God, whenever they really have an issue with God. But since you are delivering the message to people from God, they may take their anger out on you that they have towards God. And so that is why it's always important to continually be strong in that area. Like if you are learning how to use your gift, if you are walking in your prophetic gift, you have to learn how to be strong and how to just delay a message despite the backlash that you get from people. This is exactly what happened to the prophet Micaiah in 1 Kings 22, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But first, let me tell you a story about a couple of weeks ago. One of my friends at my church had a dream, a very prophetic dream about some people within the community who I'm friends with. And he told me about this dream, and we didn't necessarily understand all of it yet. So I told him, let's just ask God and he's going to reveal more to us. And so we prayed about it. I prayed about it, and the Lord did reveal more to me. I had another prophetic dream, and it was a dream that was connected to his dream. So we had a full prophecy from the both of our dreams, and the Lord was wanting me to prophesy to some people within the community, to some of my friends, to give them a warning of what's to come. And so I prophesied to these people, and there were 2 women and there were 2 men. The 2 women were very receptive and they were very thankful for the warning. And they were just like, I thank you. I thank God that, he's looking out for us and that he's warning us. But the 2 men weren't necessarily the happiest about, the dreams that me and my friend had. And so when we went to church, after having these dreams, the 2 men were kind of like asking my friend, like, oh, what's up with these dreams? What, God is speaking to you now? Are you sure this is a dream from God? Or are you sure, like, who are you to be dreaming about us? They were kind of like, just very curious. They were aggressively curious, let's just say that, towards my friend who had this dream. And so the next day over, my friend calls me and he tells me, like, I'm feeling so guilty about even telling them about this dream that I had. I don't know. I don't really want these dreams anymore. I don't want these visions anymore because it's just making people upset around me. I don't really know. A lot of these dreams aren't even good. What's the point of even getting these dreams? I don't know. And he was kind of backing away from his gift. He was kind of shying away and becoming fearful. And I told him, like, no, you shouldn't feel guilty about that. It's those people you prophesied to who are feeling guilty because God caught them doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing. You were the one who wanted to prophesy. You wanted these dreams and you wanted these visions. It's not always going to be an amazing prophecy of the future, of the marriage, of somebody's car, of somebody having a child. Like, all the time, it's not going to be that way. And I told him about the prophet Micaiah in 1 Kings 22. King Ahab and King Jehoshaphat were wanting to know if they should go to war with their enemies, but they wanted to consult the prophets first. And King Ahab was like, I don't really know if I want to ask Prophet Micaiah if we should go into war. Because in verse 8, he says, but I hate him, for he does not prophesy good things concerning me, but evil. And basically Ahab, he's just saying, like, I don't want to ask this prophet. Like, he never tells me anything good. But this prophet be telling him the truth, though. It may not be good, but it's the truth. In verse 17, Micaiah prophesies, and he says, behold, I saw in a vision all of Israel scattered upon the hills, as sheep have no shepherd. And the Lord said, they have No, master, he's dead. Let them return, every man to his household, in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell you that he would prophesy not good concerning me, but evil? Basically, King Ahab's getting mad because Micaiah told him the truth. If you go into war, you're going to die. And Ahab got mad, but he's getting mad at the truth. And so in verse 24, Zedekiah walked over to Micah and slapped him on the cheek, and they commanded him to go to prison and to not feed him any food, only bread and water until they come back from war in peace. And as they were dragging the prophet Micaiah to prison, he said, If thou return at all in peace, the Lord has not spoken by me. And he said, Hearken, O people, every one of you. Basically, Micaiah saying, if y'all go to war and come back, the Lord wasn't speaking through me, but the Lord was speaking through Micaiah, because King Ahab eventually ended up dying just how prophet Micaiah had prophesied. And King Ahab was too prideful to listen to prophet Micaiah's warning. He was too prideful, and he went into battle and he died anyways because he did not listen to the warning. Sometimes whenever God speaks to me, it's not always something that makes me feel happy. A lot of the times people go like, oh, that dream, that was from Satan. That vision was from Satan if it made you unhappy. Like, no. Sometimes as a prophetic person, as a prophet, you're going to have visions of people perhaps dying, and you got to warn them like, hey, you need to do ABC or else you might die. It's not always something happy. Sometimes it's a straight up warning from God. It's a very serious warning, and it's a huge burden. It's a huge weight to carry to deliver these messages to people, which is why as a prophetic person, you need to be continually walking and leaning on Jesus to ask him for comfort to handle your gifts. The prophetic gift isn't something easy to carry, and a lot of people want to prophesy. A lot of people want to dream, but they're not prepared for the huge weight that comes with carrying the gift.